I was good, y'all. It's your boy Michael. You know, this is Lakers Basketball Hub. Back with another video. Obviously, yeah, this is Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Game 3 was a good game. That was a very close game. I'm gonna touch on that just a little bit. The Pacers won that game, 106 to 107. I thought the Thunder were very lackluster in that game. He wasn't aggressive enough. And then the Pacers, they played hard. Siakam went crazy. He put a lot of intent, a lot of force. Halliburton was getting up and down the court. He had 22 and 11 that game. But the Thunder could have won that game too. It was so close. Like, it was right there for them to win that game. Honestly, they should be up right now in this series. But that's credit to the Pacers for being so good and taking advantage of the Thunder mistakes. But now we're on to Game 4. That's the most recent game. Pacers was up 2-1. And the Thunder, obviously, they tied this game up. They won it 111 to 104. And this game was insane. Watching this game live, you would think the Thunder were never going to win this game. Like, it was there for the taking, but you were like, man, the Thunder, it might be over. They're going on 3-1. People probably like, oh, they got to trade this guy, trade that guy. You know, people was probably going to say, Shea's overrated. He can't get buckets without free throws. It was there. You know, people were ready to say that stuff. But yeah, Shea ended up with 35 points, 3 rebounds, 0 assists, 3 steals, and a block. He made 1 3, 10 free throws, 50% from the field. Caruso had 20 points. Holmgren had 15. Jalen Williams, big game, 27 points. And he played hard. And, you know, guys chipped in where they could, but the bulk of their points was from those 4 guys. And Chet had 15 rebounds. There's some big stops down the stretch. Shout out to Chet. Some crazy stuff that happened in this game that I thought about was the Thunder made 3 threes. They attempted 16 threes and made 3. Yeah, fuck analytics, bro. Shout out to them for really winning this game without having to shoot a lot of threes. This is going to show like a lot of teams and a lot of, a lot of organizations that they don't need to just be jacking up threes to win. Even though the Thunder could shoot more threes, but, you know, they weren't making them, so they were driving and doing other stuff. But they made the threes when it counted, though. I seen the stat that said OKC's 10 assists tonight are the fewest assists in the NBA Finals since 1948. Oh my God. OKC's three-pointers made are the fewest threes ever made in the NBA Finals game since 2010, which makes sense. The 2010 Finals was kind of like rough and rugged, and, you know, Kobe was a mid-range scorer, so, you know, the best player wasn't shooting threes. Same as Paul Pierce and Garnett. That's still crazy to think about, though. And they still won this game. Also, another stat, it says Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the first player since Jerry West with 35-plus points and 0 assists in the finals game, which is crazy, bro, to think about. But yeah, watching this game, like I said, it was so surprising that they won. One thing that I loved to see during this game was that Mark Daigneault, the Thunder head coach, went back to the original star lineup. I loved it because there was no need for them to change from it. Like, they were playing really well with that lineup. Obviously, yeah, they were kind of couldn't guard the Pacers early on, but it wasn't like the Pacers was just Superman and them dominating them. So I like this, and you can go from there. Then you could put Case in, Caruso if it ain't working, play hard, less minutes. But you needed those guys for the rebounding and defending and just like aggressiveness those guys bring with those 2 big lineups. Indiana, they had this game, bro. I'm still surprised that they won this game. They had this game. Miles Turner, he was selling like a motherfucker, bro. Oh my God, this guy missed every shot he took, almost every shot. You can see it's in his head now. Like he's not as confident with his shot anymore. I don't know, it's weird. But Neesmith, he was pretty ass. He had a couple threes, but he wasn't that good, and he was getting torched down the stretch. I think Shai really likes going against him. He likes guarding him. He feels like he can get a bucket on him anytime. Nembhard, he guards Shai better because obviously he's known Shai for a long time. They've been playing against each other since they were young. And also, Nembhard is a smaller guard. He can get under you. And that's kind of harder for guys who are taller. You know, guys getting under you makes you have to get even lower. Halliburton was awful. The thing about Halliburton that I've been saying for the longest, like if you ask any of my homies, ask anybody that knows me, I've been saying this about Halliburton. Like, I see why guys say he's overrated. He's probably not the most overrated player in the league, but he is a little overrated. He can't score without screens on a consistent basis. You know, he likes to dribble east to west. You should be going north to south when you're a point guard, you know? That's how he plays. And his game is so odd. Like, he'll have a clear lane and he'll just like get a re-screen. He'll retreat dribble, get a re-screen so he can go east to west, east to west, east to west. And it's so odd to watch him play. That's one thing he needs to work on in the offseason, is going north to south with his scoring. Because you can see the Thunder, like, they know he wants to go right. He's not trying to go left. So they hawking on that pretty much. Pacers hit 11 threes, and they shot 33 free throws. OKC shot 38 free throws, but OKC shot 89% from the line, almost 90%. So that's what kept them in the game. And down the stretch, shout out to Shea. He delivered in the biggest moments. He hit a 3, and then he hit that baseline fadeaway. It's a big shot, man. Big shots. That's what the MVP is supposed to do. That's what your best player is supposed to do. Game on the line. We got to go win the game. He delivered. I'm really interested to see what adjustments both teams make in Game 5, because they were doing a lot of J-Dub and Shea screening. Like, they were screening for each other to get a mismatch or whatever guy they want to guard him. And it was actually pretty good to see. Like, it was different. You don't see that a lot. Like, you see right here, look, Shea setting the screen. Yeah. I think they're going to do that a lot more next game. And I think, like, guys like Aaron Wiggins, Casey Wallace, they're going to hit some big shots in Game 5 because, you know, they're on the road. I mean, they were on the road, now they're at home. So they're going to be a lot more comfortable. You know, role players play better at the crib. So it should be interesting. Another thing that I noticed in this game was Benedict Mathurin. Yo, last game, he had 27 points off the bench, bro. He could not miss a shot. This game, he was a fucking vegetable. He's a pumpkin, bro. He missed, like, a bunch of free throws down the stretch. He couldn't really get going. I mean, he didn't play a lot of minutes because I don't think Rick Carlisle trusts him. Kind of makes sense why he doesn't trust him on a, like, consistent basis. But, yeah, he played awful down the stretch. He came in the game, started fouling, and then he was just giving the Thunder free points, missing free throws. It was a bad stretch for him. And then the Pacers just choked, bro. Down the stretch, they literally shit all over themselves down the stretch. It was so bad. But that's the finals. That's the playoffs, man. It's like the little things. You keep a team in the game too long, it's over with. But yeah, like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all, man. I got another video dropping because it was a trade today. And yeah, we'll talk about that.